All right, so I have had some sleep and I am ready to get busy on this fountain and get it done. We need to go ahead and start looking in pirate stuff. There is a outer gnome wall. So it's talking about these things right here. And these things are disgusting. What the heck, man? Why did it do that? Right. All right. Sorry, I had to get my music player working right. Absolutely bad all the time, man. I can't get rid of them. What? It wouldn't put it down. I know that there was actually something else over here. I actually really like this park. Well, unfortunately, I don't see it, so maybe I don't have it. All right, then. That one is done. Good. And bad, the squirrels, don't get me wrong, I love all kind of animals besides snakes and spiders and most bugs. I love animals, but squirrels are extremely damaging to property, and a lot of people don't realize this, and they will eat through wiring in your house, and it can cause your house to catch on fire. So it's not a good idea to let squirrels just chew on your house if you hear them and stuff. And that's why I'm trying to stop them, because that's what they do, is they chew on the house, and it's like they try to just chew up everything. They have actually, somehow they get into one of our rooms downstairs that we don't use much. It's more of storage. And I had some stuff in there that I was keeping, and they got in there and broke it. Yeah, I did. People don't realize how bad squirrels actually are. And people say in other countries, they say squirrels, especially gray squirrels, are endangered. But here where I live, we have about 100 gray squirrels to every person. They are not endangered here by any means, and they're a menace. Wow, some of these things are hard to do. And anybody who says that squirrels are not like that does not know how they actually are. Unfortunately, they're a very destructive creature. I'm going to try to capture them instead of killing them. I'm going to try to capture them and take them off and release them in the woods somewhere, but I don't know where it's legal to do so because they are so destructive around here, and I don't know if it's actually legal for us to do that now. I know you can only hunt them in a specific season, but you can kill a squirrel or any animal that is causing property destruction. To my knowledge, you can only keep you can keep them during hunting season for them, and you can only keep 5 of them that you've killed that way. And so I don't want to kill them anyway. You know, I love squirrels, actually. I think that they're beautiful creatures. It's just the way that they act and all. Every time that I think about how to get them away from here, I think about Bob Ross, though. But, as I have said many times, I did grow up a squirrel hunter, so... I've told my uncle and my stepdad if they ever wanted to go squirrel hunting just to let me know. I want to get me a 22 caliber, a 22 LR Henry, and I'd like to go squirrel hunting somewhere, but we got to find a place that we can go. All right, let's try to get the tops. Number 3, what are you talking about? The one I have, this is the Urban X. Yeah, this is the medium duty. There is a heavy duty one, and then the one that I'm using on the other is the professional duty. But you're locked into, on these bonus levels, you're locked into specific ones. So I believe that we should fully be able to finish this. In one episode. I don't know. We got to see how it goes, but this should take about 20 to 30 minutes, and then that's probably going to take a little bit longer, so I don't know. Depends on how long it is when I get to the end of cleaning this. So there might be one more episode of this. I'm not really sure. All right, though. I am going to go for this a different way. I'm going to try to get the wall. Give me 1 second. Nameless is on the warpath. Somebody done made her mad. She wants to direct it at me, I think. She gets mad because I won't let her. I have been the subject, how should I put this? The direction or the subject of that kind of stuff way too much. People being mad at other people and trying to take it out on me. And I'm not anybody's punching bag. And people get so mad when you tell them that you're not putting up with that. I'm just talking, they say, but and Nameless isn't exactly like this, so don't worry. But other people, especially, I had an ex that was really bad about it, and she got so bad that she couldn't talk to me about what was going on, but she wanted to fuss at me. She would pick up stuff and throw it at me. She would try to hit me and all kind of stuff. And I never hit her, nothing like that, you know, and she got mad at me because I told her I weren't putting up with it. I said, look, I'm sorry, but I'm not putting up with that. I'm not going to have somebody hitting me or throwing shit at me, especially when I'm not the one that made them mad, you know? Oh, she got really mad at me for saying that, but People just need to learn how to properly release their anger. Let it go. You know, a chocolate mousse pie would be pretty good, Dad. And anybody that says that men cannot be the victim in domestic abuse, you just have no idea. There are so many women out there that will hit a man in a flat second. And they think because they're a woman that they can get away with it. Oh, nobody will believe I done that. But it happens constantly, day in, day out. And what's bad is a lot of the time when women do it, they will say, oh no, he hit me. It wasn't the other way around. Or I only hit him because he hit me or something like that, you know. And it's not at all true. Most of the time, there's usually only one aggressor. There might be somebody that is taken up for themselves, but I know somebody recently who it is speculated that they hit somebody in the mouth. And I'm like, you know, you don't know what happened. You weren't there, so you don't know. People get so mad, though. They think that one person is all great and good, and then that the other person is just a little, you know, a little devil, and one is a little angel, and it don't work that way. Not all the time. Usually the one that you think is the victim, a lot of the time, they had something to do with it, the reason that there was the disturbance to start with. People can only take so much before they snap. People need to learn how to actually talk instead of hitting each other and stuff, though, you know. I can't tell you how many times I've seen where somebody would be fussing because they said they got hit by somebody, but the fact was that they started hitting the other person first and stuff. I'm not condoning any kind of violence at all like that, just to make that clear. But I dated a girl who she thought that it was okay to literally beat on me for no reason. And she had a 3 foot long, or like a 2.5 foot long keychain that had the key rings going down at about every 3 inches. And then it had about maybe a foot to 6 inches on one end that was just the handle of it. And she decided that she was going to take that and she was going to whip me with it, like an actual whip on the back. And I still have scars to this day on my back where she done that. She tried to bite a chunk out of my arm for no reason. She just latched onto it. She tried to stab me. I was asleep. And she done some stupid mess. And because of something she done, she got mad and she picked up a pair of scissors and she tried to stab me while I was asleep. I just happened at the exact moment she was coming at me with them scissors. I just happened to wake up and I put my arm up like that and stopped her from hitting me with it and stabbing me. I'm very lucky to be alive because she would have killed me that day if she could have done that without me moving that second. She would have killed me that day. I'm guarantee it. She also took a cup that my aunt used to have. She took that cup and she picked it up and it was full of water, and it was a plastic cup with a very small rim on it because you put a lid on it to that rim, and she threw it at me and busted my eyebrow open. I don't know if y'all know this, but there's some sort of vein or artery or something that runs like where your eyebrows are, and literally it was just pulsing out. And I looked at her and I said, you know what? I said, you done it now. You gonna come clean it up? So I made her doctor me up. She said, no, I'm not. I said, get your butt in here and doctor me up. You just done that. You're going to take care of it. And she said, oh, I'm sorry. I'm like, well, you know what? You shouldn't have done it to start with. If you don't do something to be sorry for, you don't have to be sorry. But you can't tell people like that anything. I tried my best. To my knowledge, she is sitting in jail in Florida right now. I don't know for sure if she's still there or not, but the last time I had heard anything about her, before that, she had actually kind of cleaned up her life a little bit. She got really bad off there, I think, for a while, and I'm not the kind of person that if I ever care about you, I'm still going to care. Even if you hurt me, I still care. I can't help it. That's just who I am. I don't hold grudges against people, and I hope that they do good. But I do believe that people get what they deserve sometimes, and I don't judge people. Let's put it that way. And I feel like if something bad happens to somebody that acts bad like that, it's karma. Straight up, it's karma, it's fate. It's because you treat people badly that stuff like that happens. You know? I just want everybody to be nice and get along. Everybody. Don't care who you are. You treat me good, I'm going to treat you good. People tell me I have too good of a heart because I care about everybody. But, oh well. Sometimes people just, they do things and they don't really, nobody really knows how they really are unless you live with them. I guarantee you her family never knew she was that way. But they do now, for sure. It's so sad to see somebody that could do so good with their life turn to the violence and drugs and all kind of stuff like that, you know. All right, we are sitting at 26 minutes. I think that we're going to finish this no matter what today, so I don't know. All right, so I'm assuming that it goes to each of these. So let's go across and... How did I do that? Go across and do this. And you know, when you love somebody, especially when a guy really, really loves a woman and she decides that she's going to physically beat on him, it is very detrimental, so much because nobody believes the guy. Nobody at all believes the guy in a situation like that. But I'm telling y'all, believe it. It happens day in, day out. If you feel that you absolutely need to hit something, it's okay. Go get you a punching bag. That's what they're for. You know? You need to find other ways than hitting stuff to get rid of your anger, though. Hitting and throwing stuff is not the answer. No matter if it's a person or what that stuff may be. I'm going to go across the top up here first. I've seen something recently that I think is something actually really honestly true. This girl, it was on YouTube, somebody talking about it, showing it off, but it was a girl on TikTok, and she said, you want to know why he stops talking to you and stops trying, and then you're upset and say that he's ghosting you. And she says, well, it's simple. You won't ever initiate the conversation with him. You make him do all the work. You don't ever message him first and tell him, hey, you know, I want to talk or anything like that. You try to make the ladies try to make the guys constantly be the one that initiates contact all the time. And I am 100% guilty of this myself. If somebody doesn't speak to me first in 3 weeks time, I'm not going to talk to them much anymore. If somebody wants to talk to me, they need to at least say hey to me at least once every 3 weeks before I say hey to them. And that's one of my rules. And if somebody doesn't speak to me for a week, I'm not interested in them, you know? To me, they don't want to talk to me. There's no reason to continue talking to them. So if you care about somebody, you want somebody to talk to you, make sure that you also talk to them. It's not a one-way thing. It's not just a one-way street. Guys do have feelings too, and one of those feelings is that if somebody is not responding or they're not taking the effort to speak to you first, that you need to put more into it because they feel like you're not interested. And it's the simple truth. I have so many friends that they want to cry to me because this guy stopped talking to them or something like that. And I'll say to them, were you actively talking to them and messaging them? And they're like, what do you mean? I was like, did you ever message them first? Or did you wait for them to contact you? Well, I wait for them. If a guy doesn't contact you, he doesn't care. I'm like, no, it works both ways. And they're so shocked to hear that. And I'm, why are you shocked to hear that? It needs to be equal ground. It's not one-sided. It should be 50-50 at all times. And then they say they want to talk to you and they steal your bus pass. I'm sorry, Bad. Oh, man. We're almost there. Got him. All right. So we're at 34 minutes. I'm going to go ahead and go at least until like 45 minutes. And if I think we'll cut it when I finish this part, and then we'll go to that. So Bad must have went in there with his doctors or nurses. I'm sorry to talk about things like this sometimes. I try to not talk about personal stuff a whole lot, but sometimes things have happened that just remind you of stuff, and like in games and stuff and world events, and it sometimes things just need to be said. You need to be able to talk. So, this is my platform, and I appreciate each and every person that does come in and listens to me or says, hey man, I understand. in our next episode, I'll try to have a different subject to talk about. Oh, I thought I had got them all. All right. We are setting it right at 40 minutes, so I am actually going to end this episode here and pick up in the next one so that it might run over a little bit, but at least we will get this done. So I will see y'all in the next episode for those of you watching videos.